Hi, I'm Chip Myers with the Alexandria Fire Department. We've been talking about CPR today, and we've covered how to clear an airway obstruction in a conscious person, in an unconscious person, and how to perform CPR. Next, we're going to talk about how to use an automated external defibrillator. This is an automated external defibrillator. The ones in your community may look a little bit different, but they all work basically the same. And you're going to find these at any place that there's a mass gathering. The mall, any kind of sporting event stadium, airports, and even on the major airlines carry them on the airplanes. And they all work pretty much the same. There's going to be an on-off button that you press, and it's going to start the sequence of it. Now this one here, we have it turned off, and I'm just going to talk through what it's going to say. That way I can get through all the information. So we turn it on, we've called for help, we've activated the EMS system by calling 911 or your local emergency number, and now we're going to apply these patches. These patches have diagrams on them to show them where they go. So this one here goes down here underneath the breastbone, and this one here goes up here with the collarbone, and typically just kind of keeping the cables in towards the center. Now it's going to tell me, stand clear, do not touch the patient, while it analyzes the rhythms.
Do not touch the patient.
So it's going through, analyzing the rhythm, and it's going to tell me shock advised, if there is in fact a shock advised.
Shock advised. Charging. Stand clear.
It's very important then that you make sure nobody is touching the patient. You want to look all the way around and say, I'm clear, you're clear, shocking now. Reason is if somebody is actually touching that person, you could cause their heart to fibrillate and basically put them in cardiac arrest. We've already got one patient, we don't need another. So that's why your job is very important here. Make sure there's nobody else touching the patient.
Press flashing shock button. Shock 1 delivered. It is safe to touch the patient. Begin CPR now.
So we're going to go back to 30 and 2. 30 compressions, 2 ventilations. 1 and 2. And just as earlier, we want to do this a cycle 5 times. 5 sets of 30 compressions and 2 ventilations, and that's going to be about 2 minutes. Your AED is going to be counting down for that entire time, telling you how much time you have.
Continue for 1 minute 30 seconds.
After about 2 minutes, it's going to reanalyze the rhythm, and it's going to make a determination again whether another shock needs to be delivered, or this person has perhaps a viable rhythm, or their rhythm has gotten worse and it's non-shockable.
Stop CPR. Stop now. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient. No shock advised. It is safe to touch the patient. If needed, begin CPR. If this machine says shock not advised, we want to look around and see, is there any signs of circulation on this person? Maybe they're starting to move. Maybe their eyes are opening up. Maybe they start breathing on their own. If this occurs, then we're going to stay with them. We're going to monitor them. We also want to be prepared in case they throw up to rotate them onto their side and sweep out their mouth. Some machines are fully automated. This one is semi-automated in that it requires you to push the shock button. Some machines will actually deliver the shock all on its own. Very important then to make sure that there's nobody touching the patient when it gets ready to do that. Okay, it's very important that if a situation like this occurs, one of these kinds of emergencies, that you take some form of action. Anything is better than nothing. But if you do nothing, this patient's going to die. So, very important to jump in there and help out. With early defibrillation, early CPR, and early advanced life support, getting the 911 to you, survival rates have been around 40 to 60% on the average. Without early AED, each minute that person's chance of survival drops by about 10%. So these skills, hopefully you've learned something here that's useful. Hope you don't have to use them, but if you're ever called upon using these skills, I hope you can be able to save somebody's life.
To watch the other segments in this video series or for how-to videos on almost any other topic, visit monkeyseed.com.